right, looks like we are live. Let me get my other screen launched up here, see if I can actually read the comments this time. Oh, is this going to open up? Live in 60 seconds. I am here. Okay, now we're going to have some back feed here. All right. Huh. I'm still learning the ropes here, people, but I don't have my other screen open here. But anyway, what's this little thing do? Let's just push all the buttons, see what it does. Okay, don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, well, anyway. Hello, everybody. This is Ralph, and in this live stream, I'm going to be talking about home-based business and also going to be talking about a few tips for getting your home-based business started based on my own experiences in home-based business. And I'm going to start off by telling a little bit of a story here. The story of how I got started in home-based business and why I got started in home-based business. First of all, the why. You know, this happened about 2009. And at that time, I was working about 60 miles away from home. It was a little bit over 60 miles, and I was traveling, 120 miles plus round trip just to get myself back and forth to work. And man, that was grueling. And what I discovered is that the job I was working, while it did at one point in time offer some hope of advancement, it wasn't really paying all my bills, because I actually started that job about 2008. Back then, gas prices were pretty bad. They're pretty bad right now, but they were pretty bad back then. And expenses were just insane. And so, when I figured in the cost of the gas and oil to go into work, and then I was running through tires, getting back and forth to work, had to have maintenance done on the car, because if the car wouldn't run, I wasn't about to walk 120 miles to get to work. And so by the time I got all those expenses taken care of, plus we had to keep the lights on in the home, we had to keep our internet on, the phone on, all the utilities, we really didn't have any money left for food. And of course, we had to eat. So it got into a situation where one week I had to figure out, okay, where am I going to find money in order to get food? Am I going to take it out of my gas fund? Am I going to use a credit card to buy gas, use a credit card to buy food? It was like, my full-time job, which was at that time a 40-hour-a-week job, just wasn't paying me enough to support me, my family, and still buy gas for the car. So I figured, okay, I'm going to have to get a part-time business going, because where I live, jobs are hard to find. In my local community, jobs are extremely hard to find. You can't find full-time employment where I live very easily. You do have to travel a long way, 30 miles, 60 miles away to find full-time work. So what I did is I figured, if I can't find a job that will be enough to let me generate some extra income so I can afford to buy food for the family, gas for the car, maintenance for the car, keep all that stuff going, I would be happy. So I couldn't find another job. I created my own second job. That was my first home-based business. And what I did is I sat down, brainstormed with my wife, tried to figure out, okay, what could we do that would be able to make us money from home? And I hit upon the idea of lawn care. And I knew there was a demand for this in my local community, because where I live, it's a beautiful part of the Missouri Ozarks, very rural, and a lot of poor people, but also a lot of retired people moving in from, as we say down here, the big city. And yeah, we got them big city folk coming on down, a lot of them old, and they don't really have the energy to mow their own lawns. We got a lot of retirees that, are getting up there in years, 70, 80. They need help around the house. They need a handy man, a handy woman, a lawn care guy, or a lawn care gal. And so I saw that need in my local community, and I thought, okay, I can address this need. And so I kind of did some homework. I timed myself in mowing the lawn because my parents at that time had 3 acres. 3 acres of land, that I could practice mowing. I knew how to mow, but I was wanting to find out, okay, how much lawn can I cut in such and such a time? And then that way, that would let me look at a piece of land and then calculate in my head approximately how much time it would take me to cut that lawn, how much gas it would take to cut that lawn, and then I'd be able to bid the job out. So yeah, I did that homework. And then about another week or 2 later, I started running ads in the local newspaper. I also ran ads in the newspaper of the town next door to us. And my plan was this, that what I wanted to do was to line up lawn care jobs along my route to work. So yeah, people in my local community, by that I mean folks that are like, 5-10 miles away or less, I could easily take care of them anytime. And then folks further out, if they were on my way to work, I had 2 potential routes that I could take. I could actually leave the house a little bit early, go to their place, do the lawn care job, and then clean up, go into work, and put in my 8 hours there at the world's largest retailer. And so that was my plan. That's what I did. I advertised in 2 papers, and within a week, I think in a way I was fortunate, but in a way too, it was kind of like good planning paying off. But I was getting phone calls within a week. I had folks living in Kansas City who weren't quite retired yet, but they had land. They were planning on retiring. And their idea was, I want to come down for the weekend, but I want to party. I want to have a good time. I don't want to waste 2 or 3 hours mowing my own lawn. So I got this guy here in my local community, and they were receiving the local newspaper up in Kansas City and over in St. Louis. And they got my phone number, called, and asked me, okay, would you take a look at my land? It's at such and such a location, and call me back, shoot me a price. We'll see if we can do business. And then I did. And in the beginning, I was kind of selling myself short. And that's something that you don't want to do. But I was hungry. I was eager. I didn't have much competition in the local area, but I did have one guy who was competing with me. And he had the jump on me. He had more experience doing lawns. He had a trailer. He had a riding lawnmower. Believe it or not, I was mowing lawns without a riding lawnmower. I was using a push mower that I could shove into the back of my station wagon at that time, along with my tools and weed whacker, stuff like that. But yeah, he was better equipped. He had a pickup truck. He had a trailer. He had a riding lawnmower. And so he was able to contract and do jobs a lot bigger than what I was, and able to provide a lot more services. Like he also provided the service of hauling trash off of the property. And when you've got a lot of farmland, you got some old farms that have gone out of business, old family farms, people from the city buy them up. There's a lot of trash on those old farms. Old broken down equipment, things like that, and stuff that folks want to have hauled away. He was able to do that. Me and my station wagon, I wasn't able to do that. So I had to figure out, okay, what makes me different from my competition? And I looked at my push lawnmower and I thought, that's what makes me different. I don't have a riding lawnmower that gets the job done fast, but I do have a push mower that gets the job done well. And I started using that in my pitches. And I had folks that were, kind of curious about how I did the lawn and things like that. And I would tell them, I will give you attention to detail. And what is this telling me here? Welcome to live chat. Okay, do we have somebody in the chat here? I don't see anybody yet. But anyway, I use what most people would think of as a disadvantage as one of my main selling points, because I had a lot of, God bless their heart, gray-haired little old ladies who didn't have a lot of money. They had their fixed income. They needed the help, but they wanted their lawns done nice. They wanted their flower gardens, trimmed around. They wanted their grass cut evenly, and they wanted somebody who would give them the time and the care and the attention to do the job right. And they also wanted to visit a little bit, because these were lonely little old ladies, retired way out in the country, probably left a lot of their family and friends up in Kansas City. And yeah, I had some little old ladies that just wanted to talk and let me mow their lawn and things like that. But they love that attention to detail. A guy with a riding lawnmower gets in there, unloads the equipment, zips around the property, and then, 15 minutes later, he's done, knocks on the door, it says, where's my money? And then he's off to the next job. I wasn't like that. I was totally committed to attention to detail, customer service, knowing what my customers needed, even sometimes before they asked. Like, gosh, I didn't know I'd be getting into this story, but we had this one lady who was retired. Her family lived up in Colorado, so they were a long way away. And the grandson of this little old lady, he took the Bolivar newspaper. That was the town she lived in at that time. And he saw my ad. And he asked me, could you do this lawn? I know it's not in your city, but it's in the city next to yours. Could you take a look and let me know how much you charge? So yeah, I did. And I went out there and I thought, okay, I can get this job done in such and such a time. Told him, yeah, I can do that for $50. And he thought that was great. I don't know if he'd been talking to my competition, but he thought my price was great. And he said, sure, yeah, go ahead, do it. And I'll let my grandmother know that you're coming, and she'll be there to meet you, and you can get to know each other. And so we did, and went there. I talked to her a little bit, told her, what my philosophy was, that I wouldn't be using a riding lawnmower, that I'd be using my little push mower that was big enough and strong enough to do the job. It was about a 1 acre spread, but I had a lot of practice doing 1 acre spreads, with a hand pushed mower from my practice sessions I had done earlier. And so, yeah, I told her, yeah, I will go give you attention to detail. I will make sure everything around the house looking good, looking nice. And yeah, and your grandson is already taking care of the bill. So all you have to do is, just tell me, if there's anything more that you want, and I'd be happy to do that for you. And she was very happy with the job that I did. Matter of fact, first time that I did the lawn, she came out of the house, she looked it over, kind of walked around a little bit with me and said, "This is beautiful. This is beautiful, sir. Thank you." And she gave me the check. Oh, no, she didn't give me the check. I had another lady that would do that. That's another story. Similar situation. But yeah, when the grandson found out that I was doing everything with a push mower, at first he was thinking that I've got the wrong guy for this job. He didn't think that I could keep up with it. But then after I had done the job a couple of times, and he called and talked to his grandmother, found out that, yeah, she was happy. And there were some other friends that lived closer by that came by and checked, kind of made sure I was doing the job right. And they said, oh, yeah, he's doing a great job. So I had that job for a couple of seasons. But the thing that we were able to really go the extra mile on in that job was just sitting down and talking to this little old lady. See, my wife helps out in our home-based business, and she was helping me out at that time. And I found out that this lady, that she loved crochet. She loved flowers. She loved, wildlife, things like that. My wife is into the exact same stuff. And she was lonely. She was out there. She wanted to visit. So I thought, okay, what I can do is I can schedule her work, her lawn job, for my day off. So on my day off, I had my wife come out with me with her crochet needles and threads, and she would sit down with my client, and they would sit in lawn chairs talking about crochet, doing their crochet. My wife would do crochet. I think the other lady also did knitting, and she would be doing her knitting and watching, and they'd be talking about plants, flowers, wildlife, one thing or another. And I mean, she had a ball. She had a blast. It took me about an hour to do that whole spread and get everything done right. And she was out there watching me, talking with my wife. And man, she had her visitation for the day in. She felt like she was getting company. She had a ball. She had a blast. And I mean, we were able to provide that level of service. And a matter of fact, if I hadn't have provided that level of service, I probably wouldn't have gotten very many jobs from her. Probably would have been a situation where they would want me to come out maybe once a month or twice a month, just to, cut the grass, do basic service, stuff like that. But because I was providing so much more for the grandmother, the grandson decided, yeah, why don't you come out every week? She knows you. She loves your wife. You're providing a very good service for her in more ways than one. So, I mean, that really, going the extra mile, that really helped. But I mean, yeah, that's was my first why in getting started part-time. Now, getting started full-time in business, there was another why. While I was out there taking care of other people's parents and grandparents, doing their lawn care, things like that, my own parents were starting to come down with dementia and Alzheimer's disease. And my dad had vascular dementia. He was slowing down. He could no longer, control his emotions like he used to. He would either get, sometimes he would operate normally. Other times he could not control his anger. Sometimes he could not control his sadness. He was just turning into kind of a basket case. At the same time, Mom was full-blown Alzheimer's disease, and she was reverting back to a 7-year-old girl who thought she was living with her dad up in Canada, and my father could not accept that. And he talked to me one day and he said, Ralph, we need a keeper. I know this is a lot to ask, but can you look after us, be our caregiver, and we'll do what we can to help you out. They were living on Social Security. They didn't have a whole lot of money, but they could afford $400 a month for being their caregiver, basically 8-10 hours a day, 7 days a week. So yeah, $400 a month clearly didn't cover that. So I had to sit down and figure out, because there was no way I could maintain a full-time job 120 miles away and still be able to give my parents the attention and the care that they required. So I knew I had my part-time lawn care business going. And I just sat down and thought, what do I have to do to just scale this up from a part-time job that I started for gas money to a full-time job that will take care of me, my wife, pay the bills, allow me to take care of my parents for about $400 extra a month, and just be there for them in the last few years of their lives. And so, I decided this is what I'm going to do. Started advertising a little bit more, started asking my clients, explaining to them I'm wanting to expand. Can you please let me know, what you need, and let your friends know, what the services that I provide. And it looks like are we getting chats coming through? I am not seeing the chats on the screen. And that is weird. Well, if somebody's trying to get through to me, I'm sorry, but I am not seeing it here. Let's see. Pushing all the buttons I can find. Well, anyway, to go on with my story. Yeah, I told my clients what was going on and I needed to expand my business, and that helped out. Had a few other customers I picked up along the way. I also sat down and figured out what else can I do, because lawn care is good in the summer, but where I live, we have a long winter too. And so you can't do lawn care in the winter. So I expanded the business doing like pet care, house sitting, dog sitting, things like that. And we started looking at online marketing, because online marketing, if you can figure out a service that you can offer, that's something you can do year round, and you don't have to go outside in the hot sun and sweat your tailbone off, pushing a lawnmower in order to make money. You can make money inside, sitting in your own, studio, or sitting in your bedroom on the edge of your bed, whatever you got, and you can make money that way. And so I began exploring that. And then I said, okay, I'm going to fire my boss. I had worked probably about 2 years doing this lawn care service in addition to my other job. And my supervisors and my main boss at work knew what I was doing, and they were encouraging me, because they knew that the way the corporate politics worked, that a guy of my age was not going to get promoted to upper management. And I found that flat out when I talked to the area manager and asked her, when can you give me any idea what it takes for a guy like me to get into upper management? And she just laughed and said, well, you're just too old. You're not what we're looking for. Yes, you got the experience, but you just are too old. And so they knew I would probably not be there much longer after I heard that. So yeah, when the day came when I finally fired my boss kind of knew what was going on, and he expected me to be telling him that. And so, yeah, I gave my 2 weeks notice and quit, and then started going full time in my own home-based business. And we've been doing very well ever since. I've been able to make a full-time living from home, doing a variety of things. Our main business that really took off and helped us keep going after the lawn care job I let that fold, is coaching, personal coaching by phone. We do spiritual coaching. We do love and relationships kind of coaching. Instead of little old ladies, wanting to tell stories, we talk to younger women who are having guy troubles, and younger women having girl troubles, and some guys having guy troubles. So, yeah, we just have a range of clientele that we deal and work with. But, that's been paying the bills for about a decade now. It's been a really good gig. And I'm also gearing up my affiliate marketing business, because what I love about affiliate marketing is that it gives you the potential for recurring income. Because when you're working at affiliate marketing, selling things like subscriptions, memberships, stuff that people pay for on a monthly basis, you can be earning not just one-time commissions, but recurring commissions. And once you get enough customers brought in and buying your memberships or buying your recurring items, whatever they may be, and keeping them month after month after month, eventually you work yourself into a position where you don't have to recruit as much, or you don't have to make as many sales, because you've got the money coming in from sales that you made in the past. And that gives you a lot of financial freedom, personal freedom, and time freedom. So that's why I'm gearing up in affiliate marketing, focusing mainly on offers that pay recurring commissions. Because I'm getting to that age where a lot of people my age are retired now. They're not starting a second career or a third career. They're retired. Me, I like to keep busy. I like to keep active. I don't want to be retired on poverty level wages. I want to be building up an income that I can control and that I can gear up if I want to. And affiliate marketing gives me that ability, especially affiliate marketing that pays recurring commissions, because I know one guy who's a mentor to me. He makes $1 million a year. And that is my personal goal, $85,000 per month. Now, of course, results are not typical. He's been doing this for 20-some years, and he's good at it. He's gotten good at it. But, that is my goal. I'm learning from him, learning from other people, and I've got a product that is just next level and getting better all the time. So, wow. Yeah, that is my goal. So that's why at my age, I am building up my affiliate marketing career and not really focused on retirement, just focused on doing what I love. So in a nutshell, that's my story. Why I got into home-based business, how I got started in home-based business. And I did it the hard way. I had to reinvent the wheel many times in my home-based business life. And I completely overlooked done-for-you programs, or so-called done-for-you programs that, give you the wheel. They provide you with the wheel. They charge a fee for the wheel, sure. But they give you training, they give you tools, they give you mentorship. And I would, if there's one tip that I could give, it's don't overlook good business opportunities that will teach you how to do online business. Now, if you're interested in doing a physical service like I did when I first got started, doing lawn care, stuff like that, then you can go ahead and talk to somebody that has some experience in that industry and go for it. But one bit of warning that I will give is that starting your home-based business is risky in the beginning. So when I got started in mine, I didn't have a lot of money to put into the business. I literally had to walk around the house, see what tools I had, and what tools I could get that would fit in my car, that would take me to the job site. And I really didn't buy anything. And the only advertising expense I had was advertising in 2 newspapers. And that was enough to get me started. But the average person may have a harder time getting started in home-based business, and it is a risk. So the number one tip that I would give for somebody that wants to get started in their own home-based business, don't quit your day job. I know entrepreneurs and would-be entrepreneurs that fell into what looked like a really good business opportunity, and they got their hopes up, and they thought, man, this looks so good. I'll be making money at this within a week. I don't need my old cruddy day job. I can just get rid of my boss, walk out and quit, and I'll be making money at this opportunity in no time at all. And I knew a guy. We've kind of lost touch since then, but he was a mentor to me in another business opportunity that I was involved with about 5-6 years ago. But he shared his experience. He was doing well in a very good paying corporate job, and he was making 6 figures a year in his corporate day job. And then he got looking at affiliate marketing offers, and he thought, man, I am a good salesperson. I'm a bright person. I've got good skills. I can knock this out of the park. So he had a lot of money in the bank. He had some sales experience, and he decided, I'm just going to quit my corporate job, go into this affiliate marketing thing, and I'll be doing 6 figures in no time flat. Well, it wasn't as easy as he thought. He quit his job, got into affiliate marketing full time, and then he started not making sales. He started losing his shirt, and he lost money. He got to the point where he had to let his apartment go. He was homeless at one point, living on the street, and he didn't have anybody to really help him out. Finally, he was able to pull himself up out of the gutter, figuratively and literally. He was able to finally get the attention of a wealthy person that was an expert in affiliate marketing. And so, yeah, he took him under his wing, taught him how to do affiliate marketing right from his own experience, and he was able to regain everything he lost and more. Now I believe he's a 7-figure earner in the industry. But I mean, he went from a 6-figure corporate day job to letting that day job go, to losing his in online marketing, everything, living in the gutter, and then finally worked his way up from the gutter to 7-figure earner. So yeah, make no mistake about it. There is money to be made in affiliate marketing for sure, but it depends on your skills. It depends on work ethic. It depends upon your trainability. It depends upon your ability to shift as things on the internet and as things in social media land shift. You have to be able to shift with those changes. And if you're not able to keep up, yeah, and you're in something that looks like a very good, lucrative opportunity, it may take you a while to bring it into profit, and it may take you a while to start earning 5 figures with it, or 6 figures, and it will definitely take you a while to get built up to 7 figures. But as we say in this industry, results are not typical. The vast majority of people who get involved in affiliate marketing really don't make much money at all. It's the few that really learn, that really want to succeed, that really want to follow advice and take coaching from mentors who know more than they do. Those are the ones who eventually make it. But you got to get your mindset right. You got to be thinking like a business person, not like an employee. There's just a whole lot of things that you have to keep in mind. So until you learn how to do the basics in affiliate marketing or any kind of home-based business, and until you get really good at doing the basics, don't let go of your day job. Because, yeah, you can work a day job and your home-based business at the same time. I've done that. It's a lot of work. You might be getting by on 5 hours of sleep, maybe a little bit less. And you do have to schedule one day off so you can, recoup your sanity and things like that. But I mean, yeah, you can work a full-time day job and work your home business on the side at the same time. And that way, you got your 9-to-5 job paying your bills, hopefully. And then you got your home-based business career that you're building, working to build your future, working to build your dream. So I think that's one good way to look at it. Keep your 9-to-5 to pay the bills while you're working the home-based business to build your dreams. Now, the second tip that I have is if you want to get started in a home-based business, find a need that you can address. Find a need and then make it your mission to try to serve that need in some way. In my case, the need that I saw in my local community were a lot of retired folks that needed help around their houses and providing lawn care and other services to those retired people. And that was a successful business model for a couple of years, actually about 3 years. I kept that going even while I was doing online work because I had a lot of people still demanding, those services and needing those services. But yeah, find a legitimate need in your local community, in your online community, something like that, a need that you can provide a service for, either a service that you create yourself or an affiliate marketing service that you just, find online and something that you can sell, something that you can market to other people that need that service. And then and then learn everything you can about that, learn enough to get you started, and then get started, and then learn as you go. And then that way you can be offering a home-based business that is not only paying the bills for you, but offering a valuable service to your clients and to your customers and to other folks that might eventually become your clients and your customers. Third tip here, make sure that there is a strong demand that you and that you can monetize. Yeah, if you find that there is a strong demand, you're going to be making, you could potentially be making a lot of sales. If you're wanting to provide pet care services, say, in your local community, but you live in a rural community, the only person that really needs their pets taken care of is maybe one person 10 miles away, and that's it. That would not be a lucrative business to get into. But yeah, find a need and then make sure there's enough of a demand for that need, for the solution to that need, that will keep you in business. So yeah, make sure that there is a strong demand that you can supply the service for, and then also make sure you can monetize, easily and effectively monetize your service. In affiliate marketing, this pretty much takes care of itself, because yeah, you can find the need for a lot of different affiliate marketing offers right there online, and they've got it monetized for you. But now if you're building a business yourself, like my wife had the idea, she wanted to get into a crochet business. And, that is hard. That is hard because you've got to do the crochet work, and then crochet is not cheap. A tablecloth that a lot of people will look at and think, boy, I'd give $20 for that. A tablecloth that somebody would gladly pay $20 for is something that might take a year of time to do. And so to her, it's not worth $20. Try more like 10,000. And it's hard to find customers that would pay that kind of money for a tablecloth, for a bedspread, things like that. $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. But I mean, you've got to figure out, okay, how much time is this going to take me to do the job? And can I charge enough money realistically in my community, either my local community or online community, to really make this a good paying job for me? Now, if we were millionaires hobnobbing with a lot of other millionaires, if I had the ear of Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Grant Cardone, people like that, good friends with those people, I could easily sell crochet for 30 grand a pop. That would be a no-brainer. I'm still building that network, folks. I haven't built that network yet. But I mean, yeah, one day, that network is going to be built because I'm building it right now. But I mean, yeah, make sure that you can monetize realistically. Because, yeah, just saying that you're going to do something and charge $20,000 for it, eventually you can start making sales if you know how to network with the right people. Most people that are thinking about earning extra money through home-based business do not have that network in place. It's something you've got to build over time. So, yeah. And fourth tip here, do not reinvent the wheel if you don't have to. Whatever the business is that you want to get into, you may have to reinvent certain aspects of that business, but talk to other people in that industry that are willing to share from their own experience, and let them know, hey, what do you recommend for a guy that is wanting to get into the same industry? and promise not to intrude on their territory. Find somebody else that's successful in another territory, somebody you won't be directly competing against, preferably, and then see, can you give me some pointers? And network with people who are in that industry, have been successful in that industry, and are willing to share with you some of their pearls of wisdom. But don't reinvent the wheel if you don't have to. That wastes a lot of time. Again, in affiliate marketing, this pretty much takes care of itself, because in affiliate marketing business opportunities, you have training. They give you the product to sell. They give you the training and how to sell it. They will provide you the tools. It usually, a lot of times, it costs money, because you have to pay for the tools, the training, the mentorship. But I mean, all that stuff can be well worth it, because they will teach you how to do it and how to become more successful more quickly. Again, results are not guaranteed in this industry, and results do vary depending upon your mindset. Mindset plays a big role in all of this, and your skills and your trainability. If you're not teachable, not trainable, and you just find it hard to make sales, then you're not going to do well. But if you do want to get involved in it, you have a strong desire to succeed, you're willing to learn, you're willing to take action, got a strong work ethic, you can go places. But again, results are not guaranteed. Results are not typical. So my fifth tip: partner with trusted companies with long-term commitment. This goes for all forms of home-based business. When my first home-based business, doing lawn care for retired people, I was de facto partnered with Weed Whacker. They weren't paying me anything to use their products, but I was using their products and buying their products, and I had to kind of do what was necessary to keep those products in good operating condition. And I was operating on the cheap, and I bought a really cheap Weed Whacker from a local Walmart store. I didn't read the fine print on it. And I went out and I started using that Weed Whacker for like hardcore industrial lawn care applications. Got about 60 days of service out of it. It burned out, would not work. And I'd spent like not much money. I mean, $40, but at that time it seemed like a lot of money. And I took it back to the store, wanted to know, okay, how can I get this serviced? And they looked at it and said, well, you should have read the fine print. We sell this for occasional use only, not for heavy duty use. You can get in touch with a local dealer that was about 30, 40 miles away, and they might, replace the engine for you at cost, but they're not going to do it for free. So when you're partnering with other companies, either for stuff that you need in your business, or if you're partnering with companies for publicity for your business, or if you're partnering with affiliate marketing companies, vet them first. I mean, make sure that they stand behind their products. Make sure you understand what you're getting into. Make sure that they are going to be good, long-term, committed partners that will do what it takes to honor their commitments. And make sure you understand from the get-go what the real commitment is. In affiliate marketing, there are a lot of affiliate marketing opportunities out there that do not last. When I first got started in home-based business many years ago, I looked at a few affiliate marketing companies, network marketing opportunities, and online business opportunities that looked real good 10 years ago. They don't exist today. They are gone. A lot of them went out of business in 2 or 3 years. And that's pretty common in the online world. So if you're thinking about getting involved in an online form of business, Don't just bite at the first really good, shiny object that catches your eye, because in the beginning, they all look great, especially if the owners and managers know how to make sales. Everything looks great. You can put, makeup on a pig and make it look reasonably good, especially in my neck of the woods here, boys. But I mean, beside that, I didn't want to get into that really. But I mean, yeah, you can make anything look good with enough makeup, with enough paint, with enough varnish. Doesn't mean it is good. And you can easily get involved in some business opportunities that seem like it's going to be the hot, newest, latest, biggest thing, and then 6 months later have the whole thing shut down on you and have to reinvent everything all over again. So yeah, I would say partner with good, honest partners that have some long-term history behind them. Because if they have a good history behind them, odds are they've got a good future ahead of them. If you get started in a new company, that's exciting. Yeah, it's fun and exciting to get started in a new startup company. However, there is no guarantee that company is going to last. It may last 6 months, may last 2 years. I actually saw one cryptocurrency business opportunity. It lasted a whole 10 days, and it was gone. So beware. Stuff like that is out there. There are scams galore that are being dressed up as legitimate business opportunities. And then there are legitimate business opportunities that look good and yet don't have the long-term lasting potential, either because the management is inept or, stuff happens and the company has to shut down. So yeah, especially in affiliate marketing, look for companies that have a good history behind them, because odds are they will have a good future ahead of them. And make sure that the leaders are ethical, that they are good, honest leaders. And then after you vet them, get in there, get all in, and go for the gusto. And then my final tip, work your business like a business. Darren Kidd says, work your business opportunity like a job, because most people tend to think like employees. But when you're an entrepreneur, you have to take it to the next level. In the beginning, yes, definitely work your home-based business like a job. Show up every time. Put the time and energy and effort into it to make it work. But then take it to the next level. Quit thinking like an employee. Start thinking like an entrepreneur. The way that an employee thinks is that I can go in, not at my best, all hungover, punch in at that time clock, and then go out there on the sales floor or on the factory floor, whatever, do the bare minimum that needs to get done, and I will get paid. That whole mindset does not translate into home-based business. When you're running your own business, you have to put your heart into it. You have to provide good service to people. And there's no guarantee that you will get paid. There are costs in doing business. Sometimes you may be doing business with people that decide, I don't like the work that you did. I'm not going to pay you. I've had that happen to me. And so you just have to eat that loss. If you can afford a lawyer and to fight it in court, yeah, you can do that. A lot of starting entrepreneurs don't have that capability. And so, yeah, you have to do business, treat your business like a business, and realize that there is a cost to doing business and that you have to become good at navigating that whole field and get good at doing your business. So, yeah, those are my 6-7 points right there. But, I mean, the number one point that I would like to leave you with, if you're watching this on the replay or you're one of the several people that have been popping in and out on the live stream, is don't quit your day job too soon. Because I see a lot of people making that mistake. They hear somebody who is a very slick salesperson, very convincing salesperson that's pushing a business opportunity and saying, oh man, we're making so much money in this. You can come in, you can be making so much money in this. And they lead you to believe that you could be making money from day one. And that is not common. That is highly unusual in online business, that you'll be making money from day one. A lot of people tend to report that it takes them like 6 months to a year to start earning money, on a regular basis. Some people might take longer than that. Ray Higdon tells the story of a lady in one of the network marketing companies he was involved with. She was doing this network marketing thing, and took her a long time to kind of get the basics. She had a day job. She was working the network marketing opportunity on the side, but it took her 10 years to finally get to the point where she was making a steady income in that company. And she became a 7-figure earner in that company. So it was well worth the wait for her. But I mean, it wasn't something where she was making money right off the bat. And so, yeah, in home-based business, don't expect to be making money right off the bat. It all depends on your level of skill, what you're doing, whether or not you know how to do it, and how well you network with people. Because a lot of people, especially in affiliate marketing, they get involved with it. They think this is going to be easy. I know a lot of people on social media. I got a lot of Facebook friends. I got a lot of YouTube subscribers. I've got a lot of friends over on X and other places. All I have to do is just spam my link to all these people, and I'm going to be making money. And it doesn't work that way. You know, you've got to develop a relationship with people, and you've got to be able to develop a relationship with the right kind of people that have a legitimate need for the product or the service that you have to offer. So if you're good at building networks, you can be good at getting paid, but you've got to get good at building networks. Build networks, build relationships, get to know people, let people get to know and like and trust you, and then you can start making money in this industry. But it takes time to do that. Some people get it within a few weeks. Some people get it within a few months. Some people will get it within a few years, and still others never get it at all because they quit within the first few weeks or the first couple of months. And who can blame them? I mean, if you're putting a lot of time into something, you're not getting the results out of it, and you're used to working for other people for a living, you've got a real strong employee mindset. In that case, it makes more sense to go out and get a real job, doesn't it, than doing online marketing or any other kind of home-based business. But if you have a strong desire to succeed, to have your own personal freedom, to be able to write your own paychecks, as it were, if you want to be in that category of business person, then yeah, it makes sense to take the time to learn affiliate marketing, network marketing, or any other kind of business that you want to do. Take time to learn it. Take time to learn how to do the basics. Take time to get good, really good at doing the basics. Get your momentum built up, and then take it to the next level. And you can do all of that while working a 9-to-5 regular job or an 11-to-7 job. That's the kind of work I used to do for the longest time. But I mean, yeah. Keep your day job. Don't quit your day job to go into online marketing, because I know a lot of people that became homeless doing that. Don't want that to be you. All right. Well, this is Ralph signing out. We're going to be doing this, I think, on a regular basis. See if I can't keep this built up. If you got any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you would like to learn how to do affiliate marketing, if I haven't talked you out of it at this point in time, if you want to get involved in affiliate marketing, as a good part-time gig, you want to learn how to do it right. We've got an affiliate marketing school that I am using myself to learn. And this school is led by 7-figure earners who have been doing this stuff for years. And they've got excellent tools, excellent training, and we pay 80% recurring commissions. 80% recurring commissions. Get started at a $25 level. You can be earning $20 commissions on a recurring basis. So yeah, you can start building not just a nice income, but a recurring income. Money coming in literally while you sleep. But it does take time to build it up, of course. And we teach you how to do all that. So yeah, if you want to see what that is, affiliate link in the program description down below, ralphshomebiz.com. So yeah, look for that down below, see if it's right for you. Okay, I've been at this for about an hour. Man, we are going to wrap it up. So yeah, don't know if we had any comments. I know we had some people popping in and out, but I'll be back again. Let's see, what day is tomorrow? This is Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday. So I'm going to be doing the live stream at noon. I need a lot more practice in doing this. So yeah, if this speaks to you, I'll be going live tomorrow, Saturday at noon on this here channel. So yeah, not sure what I'll be talking about, but be talking a little bit about home-based business and maybe some helpful tips for folks that want to get started or folks that are having some problems in home-based business. So we'll take it from there at that time. So again, thanks for dropping by, and we will catch you all later. So long.